Good morning student. Today we are going to learn about generation of amplitude modulated waves. The device that is used to generate amplitude modulated waves are known as modulator. So, the modulators that is used to generate amplitude modulated waves are classified into two types. First one is low level modulators, high level modulator. So we can say there is two types of modulation process also, means low level modulation and high level modulation. So first we discuss about the difference. What is the difference between these two modulators? So the low level modulators are used, or in low level modulator the modulation done at low power level, and in high level modulator the modulation done at high power level. Because of low power level, the power that is associated with carrier signal and modulating signal are also low. Like this here, as the name is high level modulator, so the power associated with carrier signal and modulating signal are high. Next we draw the block diagram of low level modulator. So a low level modulator is consisting of three blocks. First one is low level AM modulator, then RF carrier oscillator, then wideband power amplifier. As we know, for any type of modulation we need two input signal. First one is the modulating signal, second one is the carrier signal. So modulation, which device is used to do the modulation, is known as modulator. So here is the modulator and two input signals are given to this modulator. One is the modulating signal, otherwise the modulating signal are also known as baseband signal, and here is the carrier signal, that oscillator generate the carrier signal, and in the modulator the both signals are combined. Then as we know, these two signals are associated with very low power. So before transmission we have to increase the signal strength. So at the output of the modulator we get a amplitude modulated signal, and to increase its power level we use a wide band power amplifier. But here we can also say that why don't we use a simple power amplifier? Why we have to use a wideband power amplifier? Because the sideband, as we know, the information are contained in the sideband of the AM waves. So to preserve the sidebands, we use wideband power amplifier, and this power amplifier boosts the strength of the signal to a desired level so that it can easily or safely transmitted and reach at the receiver section. So this is all about low level modulator. Example of low level modulator are switching modulator and square law modulator. Next we discuss about high level modulators. So now we draw the high level power modulator diagram. Modulating signal, then RF carrier oscillator. Narrowband power amplifier. So this one is the high level modulator block diagram. So as we know, the modulating signal and carrier signal of this type of modulator are associated with high power level. So we never give these signals directly to the modulator. Before giving to the modulator, we just amplify this signal. So the modulating signal given to the wideband power amplifier, because the modulating signal is a varying frequency, amplitude, everything is changing here. So it is not a fixed signal, fixed frequency signal, it is not a fixed frequency signal. Because of that we use a wideband power amplifier. And here the carrier signal is given to narrowband power amplifier. Why? Because the carrier signal is a fixed frequency signal. Because of that here we use a narrowband power amplifier. Then the output of wideband power amplifier and narrowband amplifier are given to the high level AM modulator. It combines the both signal and transmit it. There is no need to amplify this signal after the modulator, as we do the amplification before the operation of modulator. So this is all about generation of AM wave. Thank you.